How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Warful Relics, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, guys, we have more merch leaks, and oh boy, there's so many of these things happening lately, and today we have another one here. This one was originally now posted by Poke Experto, which is like I think a Spanish website, so I thought we'd go into these actual merch leaks here now. I did also make sure to tweet over at Joe Merrick or Cerebi, essentially. I tweeted at him to see, yo, Joe, could you look into these merch leaks? They were posted by Poke Experto, so I'd love to know your stance. Is this more merch of Zeraora, or... And that's currently what I'm waiting for to see what's going to happen with that. So I am currently waiting. I've got my phone here. I'm ready for all the tweets and whatnot. So essentially, we have these new merch leaks here, and we're going to take a look at them here at the Poke Experto Twitter, which says, more images of Pokemon products that will be revealed in April that hide a new Pokemon that will appear in the movie. Now, we already know that that new Pokemon is most likely Zeraora, in all honesty. Like, again, Cerebi said that as well, Paul Ryan has said that as well, I think Poke Experto also mentioned that. Most likely that's what we're getting. Now, there are people still assuming the new evolution will be happening, and that's what they're leaking here, or not really leaking, or rather what they're hiding here. Then again, that is a possibility as well. There could be another one, because you guys remember, there was this other leak a while back by, we're going to go over here at Paul Ryan's Twitter real quick, and you'll be seeing, you'll be able to see what I mean, actually. There was that other merch leak that we talked about a while ago, a while back, a few days ago, actually. There was that leak, and in that leak specifically, we had two spots right here. See, this one. Now, why is this one important, right? Because this one is most likely one of them is Zeraora. Now, the reason this is important is because Paul Ryan specifically said that these can be two different things. These are clearly not the same Pokemon, according to him. These are not the same thing. These are two different things. So there is the possibility of an evolution still happening. But we already know, most likely from this merch leak right here, and from this merch leak, that Zeraora is the thing we're getting first and foremost. Is there still a possibility for an evolution, or just a new Pokemon to be revealed? There's still a chance, but then again, lower chances compared to us seeing Zeraora, which Zeraora is most likely guaranteed. Now, people may say, okay, but Zeraora isn't a new Pokemon. Well, it is. It is a new Pokemon. For those who do not know why it is a new Pokemon, still, is because it isn't officially released yet. The only reason we know Zeraora exists, like you, me, and most people who are like super active within the Pokemon community, the reason we know it exists is because of data mining, because of people who go into the files of the game and find the Pokemon within it. We even knew what Zeraora was before Ultra Sun and Moon came out, because people had already gotten their hands on Ultra Sun and Moon because of review copies, and they had already data mined them that way because somebody gave their copy to a data miner, and he basically he basically extracted the whole game and found every single Pokemon within it and that sort of stuff. So we already know Zeraora exists, but it isn't officially released yet. You can't officially get Zeraora in a legal manner within, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. You can't get it in a way that isn't cheating or putting it into your game, through using hacking tools or PK 3DS or whatever it's called again, or PK hack, sorry. You can't get it without that. So, again, it isn't officially revealed yet, which means the new Pokemon, the new one, is Zeraora. Now, what does this mean for the potential of Generation 8? Well, if we do get an evolution in the new Pokemon movie, then we're pretty much guaranteed to get Generation 8 this year, or early 2019. Now, there are people arguing, because Super Smash Bros. Is coming out this year, that, it would be stupid to release Pokemon because it will ruin the sales. The thing, though, is it really wouldn't, because releasing two Smash titles in 1 year, or not Smash as in, the Smash game, I'm more referring to, big titles, releasing Smash and releasing Pokemon the same year really wouldn't ruin either one's sale, because the thing is, if they were to release, for example, Smash in September, and this is something I talked to with Slow Speedruns, I talked to him about this, and that is, if they were to release Smash in September of this year, they still have, then 2 months to get a lot of sales done on Smash, and then have Pokemon perfectly come in right at that point when people are like, okay, we've kind of had the hype for Smash now it's settling down and things are cool, you know what I mean? Everybody's played the game, everybody's got the game, it's all cool now, and then all of a sudden they just come, slam dunking in with November release or, December release for a new Pokemon game. It could happen. Again, it's unclear. We don't have any actual dates as of yet. They're only speculations, so I want to make sure to point that out, because a lot of people are saying, oh, it's not going to be, it's oh, it's 2018, no, it's 2019, no, it's 2018, it's 2019, and there's arguments about when the game was started to be started getting made, when the game wasn't starting to get made, how long they've been making it. So many things. I'm trying to go through everything, but this time around, I want to be more logical. There is a big possibility it's going to be 2019. At the same time, though, there is a big chance of 2018 based on a few things. Now, one of the things I want to base it on is essentially the fact that merch sales are going to, or rather new merch is going to end after May. There's not going to be any new merch announced after May. They're done with the new merch, which means that we have another 5 to 6 months of open space where nothing is going to happen past May. There's going to be nothing in between that area. So if they don't have anything new to announce or any new stuff to, put out, it's going to be a very open and dead space. And also, if you're watching the current Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, the Ultra Adventures anime, you'll notice that, like, they've already pretty much in the normal Sun and Moon season, or like the previous one, season 20, they pretty much already finished all the main stuff. Like, all the main stuff is already done. Of course, there is more things to happen, but in general, all the big things have kind of been finished off and are done. They're finished off. So now, for Ultra Adventures, as far as I've understood, they're doing more crazy stuff again, but, like, a bunch of crazy shit happening. But, again, even looking at that, they're already starting off with fillers, which means that they must be trying to just buy their time for as long as possible by adding in a bunch of filler episodes at the start and try to keep things running for as long as possible. I think now they're going to actually show UB Adhesive, or whatever the actual, like, name is for it. Poipole, right. They're going to be showing Poipole again, I think, now in the anime, as far as I remember. I haven't really kept up with it, but I've been able to look into it recently. So looking at that, arguably, right, they would only have enough episodes to go until, like, November, December, I would say, give or take. Unless they really drag it out, unless they really stretch it, there is not enough, like, episodes to do. And the thing is, once they're done with that, there's nothing they can do that goes beyond that in Alola. With previous regions, it was easy because you could say, like, oh, for example, Master Quest, like, of Kanto, like, Master Quest, or actually, no, it wasn't Kanto, it was Johto, whatever, but, like, you can do, like, stuff like Master Quest, or, Black and White had, like, several, I don't even know how many seasons Black and White had, but it was such a big region, there's so many things you can make episodes out of, there's so many things so many places you can take the characters, which is why between Black and White and Black and White 2, there was 2 years of hiatus. So, my point is that the things pointing towards Generation 8 this year is the fact that everything that's related to Gen 7 is slowly ending off. Like, one, the merch sales are going to be done, or the merch, like, new merch, is going to be done by May this year. So May is, like, 2 months away, or, like, by the end of, like, it's like a month and a half away for May to roll around, and then, like, the whole of May is going to have to, go through, and then it's going to be done for. So then you have, like, 5 to 6 months of nothingness. The anime is kind of already doing fillers and stuff to kind of fill in, spots of, like, episode spots and whatnot, just to keep things going, because I think they're pretty much done with most things. So, in general, the reason I think it's going to be 2018, or maybe even early 2019, which some people are saying, is because it just makes sense to do it, like, this year, in my opinion. It makes more sense for them, because, one, they'd want to sell more of the game, and they could easily sell more of the game if they release it during November, December, because that's around Christmas time and the holidays, which is the time you'd sell the most. And again, I've said it several times before, but Smash can come out way earlier. If we get Smash in August, September, then they could easily release Pokemon, a bit later then. Because think about, like, for example, Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, there is a huge difference in months between them, but still, they're pretty big releases, both of them. And if you think about, like, Breath of the Wild, there were several games that were, like, smaller in scale and smaller in, like, popularity that, like, not small in popularity, but, like, games that were also high profile, like Mario Kart Deluxe 8 or whatever, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which also came not too long ago, like, not too long after Breath of the Wild. Two very big games, because I know they sold equal amounts. I think they've all, like, Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Deluxe, or Mario Kart Deluxe, or 8 Deluxe, actually sold 6 million copies each, which is pretty insane. That was the last statistics I checked. Now, I haven't checked into statistics for a while, but my point still stands, though. The way things are looking right now, okay? The way things are looking in, like, when I look at it arguably, right? It looks more like we're in a position where 2018 seems more logical based on the fact that everything Gen 7 related is finished off, essentially. The movie is gonna show us Zeraora fully. We're gonna get Zeraora confirmed for the movie in April, right? And if there isn't a direct in between, sometime in April or in between there, then we're still looking at Zeraora still being confirmed for us no matter what, and we knowing it exists, and also them announcing Zeraora to everybody, even if a direct doesn't happen. And the latest time we'd need to get some information is E3. If we don't get any Pokemon news during Nintendo's E3 presentation, we have nothing to wait for this year. We have no Pokemon game to expect, and we have nothing to wait for, unless they give us a trailer, and in that trailer they tell us 2018 November release, or they tell us, sorry, it's in 2019. Either one of those things can happen, but I just know that if we don't get a direct within the next month and a half, essentially, if we don't get it by March or the end of April, we're looking probably at a official, like, trailer for, or, announcement for the, Switch game, Pokemon Switch game is going to be during the E3 presentation. Makes the most sense. And if it's going to be during the E3 presentation, then it's a bit more iffy about the release date. Then it's more likely it's going to be 2019 because they would have less time, you know, to hype things up because it's like, you know, it's 2 or 3 months less of hype, essentially. But, again, I don't know. If they do, you know, show it at E3, it could still be 2018. Very likely it would be 2018, but the reason I want to say again why I think it is going to be this year again is because everything Gen 7 related is ending, and you don't want to leave things hanging dead without anything happening because you lose fans at that point. You lose people who just go to other things or just like, oh, nothing new is happening, I'm just gonna go do something else. And as long as you have people excited for your stuff, people are willing to spend money, and that's what they want to, you know, that's what they want to get out of this. They want to make their revenue and their money. That's what's important to Nintendo and also to Game Freak. I mean, yes, of course, it's important to make games as well, but they are a company first and foremost, and for them, it's important to, you know, make their yearly revenue so they can keep working as a company and keep making profit. So, again, I don't know where we are standing on this stuff, guys, but looking at these merch leaks, I want to make a video on these because I think they're very important to take a look at because easily, what we have in front of us here, guys, is Zeraora confirmed that it's going to be fully released, which means that Generation 8 is very possible this year. It increases the chances. It doesn't say that, I'm not saying it's confirmed, it is definitely not confirmed, but it does increase the chances. It significantly increases the chances for it being this year, because, again, as soon as Zeraora is released, that means we're done with Gen 7 in terms of, like, the games. There is nothing more to add to them. They are finished. They're done. That's the end of that era. The only thing that then remain past that is going to be the anime. And like I already said, the merch is ending, you know, the new merch and stuff is going to be ending in, like, May, as far as I'm understood, according to Paul Ryan. So, in all honesty, I don't know, man. I don't know. And also, I mean, about the evolution, by the way, I am seeing also Pokey Experto here, also saying, like, that they're essentially, I think I translated this earlier, but like, he's essentially saying, like, right here, see, lately Eevee has lately Eevee has given to look much to the sky, official images. Yeah, Eevee has been looking a lot into the sky lately, which is very, very sketchy of them to do. I'm gonna be honest, it's a very sketchy thing to do. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's going to be the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you think about these merch leaks, and if you think there's going to be something else other than Zeraora, which I don't think it is. It's most likely Zeraora. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Ruffle Reality. Have a good one, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.